press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, how are you all? I think you're all fine. Okay. What we discussed in the last class, in the previous class, we discussed exercise problems, and also we learnt about integers, multiplication of integers. Okay. What we learnt about the multiplication of integers? So we learnt multiplication of one positive and a negative integers. Okay. What we get when we multiply positive and a negative integer? So we get a negative integer. It's minus 4 here, negative integer. When we multiply two positive negative integers, so I take minus 2 into minus 3. So then it is minus into minus is plus, 2 3s are 6. Okay. When we multiply two negative integers, we always get a positive integer. Okay. Then take three negative integers. It's minus 2 into minus 3 into minus 4. Okay. What we get? First we multiply signs. Okay. Minus into minus is plus, plus into minus is minus. Okay. Then 2 3s are 6, 6 4s are 24. So we get negative integer. Okay. Always when we multiply three negative integers, we get negative integer only. The product will be negative. Okay. When we multiply 4, let's take 4. Okay. Then consider minus 2 into minus 3 into minus 4 into minus 5. So I took 4 negative integers here. First multiply the signs. Minus into minus is plus, plus into minus is minus, minus into minus is plus. Otherwise we can do like this: minus into minus is plus, minus into minus is plus, plus into plus is plus. Okay. So we get positive integer. Okay. So by this what can we conclude? We can conclude that if the negative integers are in odd numbers, here we took one negative integer, here we took three negative integers. Okay. 1, 3, 5, 7 are odd numbers. When the negative integers are in odd, okay, then we get always we get negative integer only. And when we take in even numbers, two negative numbers, 4, 6, 8, like that, so we always get positive integer only. And also we learnt the multiplication, and so today in this class we are going to learn the properties under multiplication. The different properties we studied, we learned for addition: closure property, commutative property, associative property, and identity element for addition. So like that we are going to learn for multiplication. Okay. So today the first one is properties of multiplication. Properties of multiplication of integers. Under that, the first one is closure property, that is closure under multiplication. Okay. So how many numbers can we take here? Here we consider two integers, positive or negative integers. Okay. So what the closure property tells? When we take two integers and we multiply here, because we are doing under multiplication. Okay. So when we multiply two integers, if we get the product is also an integer, then we can tell that it's closure under multiplication. Okay. The condition is this is the condition for any two integers a comma b, okay, a into b. When we put bracket, it's considered as multiplication, a into b. Otherwise, we can write like this, a into b, okay. A into b is equal to c. We get one product there, then that product should be present or that should be in, that belongs to the, if that belongs to the integers, then we say that is the closure property and it satisfies the closure property under multiplication. Okay. A into b is equal to c is said to be closure property. For multiplication or under multiplication. Okay. So let's take, let a is equal to minus 2 and b is equal to 3. What should we do? Here we should multiply them. Okay. The condition is a into b, that is equal to minus 2 into 3, that is equal to minus into plus is minus, 2 3s are 6. 6, it belongs to integers, okay. Z, we write like this, minus 6 belongs to Z, so that minus 6 is also an integer, then it satisfies the closure property. Therefore multiplication is, it's closed under multiplication. Integers are, therefore integers are closed under so like this you have to write. If they ask, if any question is there to check out the closure property, then you have to write like this. First you have to write the condition or the rule, okay. Then you have to take any two integers, go and multiply them, then we get integer here, then you can write like this, integers are closed under multiplication. Okay. The second one is commutative property. The second one is commutative of multiplication. Okay. So here also we take two integers. Then for commutative property we take two integers. For addition what we did? We took two integers and we added both of them, exchanging. So interchanging by two integers, we multiply here, then the condition or the rule is said to be like is said like this. For any for any two integers a comma b, a into b is equal to b into a, then we get a product, and that product should be belong to Z. Okay, a into b is equal to b into a is said to be commutative property. Okay, here we take let a is equal to -2, b is equal to 3. So consider always the smaller number, it's very easy to multiply. Okay, then the condition is a into b is equal to b into a. We are interchanging the numbers here. Okay, then here LHS is equal to a into b. What is a here? It's -2 into 3 into 3. We can write like this. This is the correct way to multiply the numbers. Okay, so minus into plus is minus, 2 3s are 6. What we got in LHS? We got -6. Okay, consider RHS. So like this, RHS is equal to b into a. What is b here? It's 3 and -2. A is -2. So plus into minus is minus, 3 2s are 6. Okay, RHS is -6. Okay, then here -6 is equal to -6. That is LHS is equal to RHS. Then what we can say? We can say that its multiplication is commutative. Multiplication is commutative because here -6 and -6, their LHS and RHS are equal. Then -6 is it belongs to the Z also, that is integers, and we can say that commutative integers are commutative under multiplication. Therefore integers are commutative under multiplication. Then the third one is associative property. Then go to third one, that is the third one is associative for multiplication. Okay, then here how many numbers we consider? We consider 3 numbers. We did in for addition. Okay, there also we took 3 numbers to check the associative property. Okay, okay, so the condition is for any 3 integers a comma b and c, a into B into C is equal to A into B into C. Okay, so this is the condition, this is the rule we take under for associative property. Okay, consider let A is equal to 3, okay, B is equal to minus 2, then C is equal to 4. Okay. Condition is A into B into C is equal to A into B into C. Here first we multiply in LHS, we multiply B into C, B and C, then the product is going to multiplied by A. And for RHS in RHS what we do here, we multiply A and B first, then the product is multiplied by C. Okay. A is LHS. So you should do like this only. LHS A into B into C. A is 3, B is minus 2 and C is 4. Keep 3 as it is. Multiply the numbers, the integers in bracket. So minus into plus is minus, 2 4s are 8. Then again multiply 3 and minus 8, plus into minus is minus, 3 8s are 8, 3s are 24. Go to RHS. Here the condition is A into B into C. So what is A here? It's 3 and minus 2. Minus 2. It is 3 into minus 2 into C is 4. Okay. Plus into minus is minus, 3 2s are 6 into 4. Minus into plus is minus, 6 4s are 24. What we get? So what we got? It's minus 24. Both are same here. So write like this here. Minus 24 is equal to minus 24. Therefore, LHS is equal to, RHS. Then the conclusion is, what can we conclude? We conclude like this: integers are associative for multiplication, or otherwise we can say that multiplication is associative for integers. Multiplication is associative for integers. Otherwise, we can tell that integers are associative under multiplication. Okay. So go to fourth one, that is here in this, when we group, it doesn't depend on the grouping of integers, because that is when we multiply for addition and multiplication, grouping doesn't depend on the integers. Okay. So when we add, we get the same sum. When we multiply 3 or 4 integers, we get the same product. Okay. So let's move to fourth condition, or the fourth one, that is identity element. Identity for integers. So here fourth one we have multiplication by 0, that is fourth one is multiplication by 0. 0 is also it's also present in integers. Okay. When we multiply any integer by 0, what we get? When we multiply by 0, we get 0 only. Consider minus 3 into 0, we get 0. 4 into 0, we get 0. Minus 15 into 0, we get 0 only. So, okay, here 0, it is then in general we tell that for any integer, a into 0 is always 0. A into 0 is always 0. Okay. Then let's move to fourth one, that is multiplicative identity, that is fifth one. Multiplicative identity. Okay. So what is multiplicative identity here? Okay. Before that, recall the additive identity. What's additive identity? It's 0. So when we add 0 to any integer, we get some as the sum remains the same number, the taken number. Here, so multiply with any number with what number or with which number you multiply to get the same number as product. So guess that by which number you can multiply to get the same number as the product, with or by 1. Okay. When we multiply minus 6 into 1, we get minus 6. The number remains same. 7 into 1, we get 7 only. Okay. 8 into 1 is equal to 8 only. Minus 9 into 1, that is equal to minus 9. Okay. When we multiply by 1, we get, and 1 is also an integer, and the taken numbers also, they are integers. Then 1 is said to be multiplicative identity for integers, multiplicative identity, and the additive identity is 0, multiplicative identity is 1. Then what can we say? For any integer, a into 1, that is equal to a belongs to z, 1 is said to be multiplicative identity. Then here we can write like this. The conclusion is like this. For any integers, a, okay, that integer a into 1 is equal to a belongs to z, then 1 is called as, or 1 is said to be called as multiplicative identity. Okay. So it may ask for 1 mark question. Fill in the blanks, MCQ, like that. What is the multiplicative, or which is the multiplicative identity? So like that they ask. And for additive identity. Okay, and we have additive inverse also. So by telling on that day I told additive inverse instead of identity I told inverse. So here I tell you that additive inverse. Here inverse means the number having opposite sign. Okay, consider -6. Okay, consider -6. The opposite number for this is +6. So when we add both of these, what we get? -6 plus 6. -6 plus 6, we get 0 here. 0. When we add two numbers, when we get the 0, the sum as 0 as sum, okay, then that number is called as additive inverse. Okay, then the question will be asked like this: what is the additive inverse for -8? What is an additive inverse for -8? Then you can write +8. +8 is an additive inverse for -8, because when we add both of these, we get -8 plus 8, that is equal to 0. The sum should be 0. When we get 0, then we call that the given number is, this number is the additive inverse. Okay, and the sixth one is distributive property. Okay, here the distributive property is, see here we consider two operations, multiplication and addition. So this is like this: multiplication over addition. Okay, the condition or the rule is for any three integers, for any three integers a, b, c, okay, the condition is like this: a into, here first we take multiplication, and a into b plus c is equal to, what we get? When we multiply a with b, we get ab. Product is ab. A into b is ab. Then we have plus here, put plus, and then a into c is ac. For integers we can multiply the numbers. Here we can't multiply them, then we keep like this only: ab plus ac. So this is the rule for distributive property. Let's consider, let a is equal to 3, b is equal to 4, and c is equal to -5. Okay, we took positive and negative integers here. The condition, the LHS is, the condition is a into b plus c, that is equal to ab plus ac. So check out the left side. I do here. LHS is, what is LHS here? It's a into b plus c, multiplication over addition. Okay, LHS is equal to a into b plus c. A into b plus c. What is a? That is 3 into b plus of -5. Plus of -5. Okay, 3 into 3 into 4 plus into minus is minus 5. Okay, do the operation within the bracket first. 3 into 4 minus 5. 4 minus 5 is minus 1. Multiply here, plus into minus is minus. 3 ones are 3. LHS is minus 3. Go to RHS. Okay, RHS is AB plus AC. AB plus AC. Okay, that is equal to, what is A here? It is 3 into 4 plus, sorry, I do here, RHS is equal to 3 into 4 plus 3 into minus 5, that is equal to 3 4s are 12, plus into minus is minus, 3 5s are, or otherwise we can go one step extra, take plus here, 3 plus into minus is minus, 3 5s are 15, then 12 plus into minus is minus 15, 12 minus 15 we get minus 3 here. Okay, what is LHS and what is RHS? They are same. LHS and RHS are same here. Then what can we write? Here minus 3 is equal to minus 3. Therefore, LHS is equal to RHS. Then the conclusion is, how can we conclude it? How can we conclude? For any integers, for any or otherwise, you can take like this. The distributive of distributivity of multiplication over addition is true. Addition is true for integers. Okay, then in this only consider the subtraction, multiplication over subtraction. So take A and B same. Okay, the condition is for subtraction, distributive. Okay, distributive property, that is for subtraction. Okay, the condition is for any 3 integers. For any 3 integers A, B, C, A into B minus C is equal to AB minus AC. AB minus AC. Let A is equal to minus 2, B is equal to minus 3, C is equal to 4. Okay, LHS is equal to A into B minus C. A is minus 2 into B is minus 3 minus of 4. Okay, then that is equal to minus 2. Keep minus 2 as it is. Okay, what is in bracket? It's minus 3, minus into plus is minus 4. Okay, then that is equal to minus 2 In bracket we get minus 3 minus 4 is minus 7. Then minus into minus is plus 2 sevens are 14. For LHS we got plus 14. Then go to RHS. What we get? Okay. Let's see for RHS. RHS is equal to AB minus A. See, that is A into B minus A into C. What is A? It's minus 2 into minus 3 minus A is minus 2 into 4. Minus into minus is plus 2 3s are 6. So minus into plus is minus 2 4s are 8. That is equal to plus 4 minus into minus is plus 8. So add both of these. 6 plus 8 is, that is 14 plus 14. What we get for all LHS and RHS? Here 14 is equal to 14. Therefore LHS is equal to RHS. Then the condition is true, or the condition satisfies. Then what can we write? The conclusion can be written as the distributive of multiplication over subtraction is true for integers. Here we can write like this: the distributivity of multiplication over subtraction is true for integers. It satisfies. Okay, go through this. Okay. So here some easier multiplications are given for you. How can that's the way how can we multiply the numbers in easier way. Okay. Making multiplication easier. Okay. Okay. Examples. Consider any 3 numbers, 4 numbers. Okay. First one. Find minus 25. We should find the product of these 3 numbers. Minus 25 into 37 into 4. Okay. Here they have given 3 numbers, 3 integers to multiply. Okay. First consider any 2 numbers. Take the multiplication of, do the product, or find the product of any two numbers here, then you can find with the other one. So keeping 4 as it is, first we find the product of 25, minus 25 and 37. Okay. We can do like this, minus 25 into 37 into 4. So that is equal to minus 25 into 37. So consider 25 into 37. Okay, 7 5s are 35, keep 3. 7 2s are 14 plus 3 is 17. 3 5s are 15, keep 1. Okay, 3 2s are 6 plus 1 is 7. Then what is 5 plus 12, keep 1, carry 1. Then it is 9. It is minus 925. Then multiply this with 4. Here we can multiply with the single digit. 4 5s are 20, keep 2. 4 2s are 8, 8 plus 2 is 10, keep 1. 9 4s are 36 plus 1 is 37. Here we have minus sign. Already we know about the negative and a positive, multiplication of a negative and a positive integer. We always get negative integer. Minus into plus is minus. It's minus 3,700. Minus 3,700. Okay. Go to second one. Shall we move to second one? Okay. Otherwise, in other hand, we can do like this also. When they give find minus 21, when they give any three products, in that we multiply any two numbers, get the easier one. Multiply the otherwise, we can do like this, minus 25 into 4 into 37. So it's very easy with multiplying 25 into 4. 25 4s are minus 100 into 37. Then we get minus into plus is minus. 37 ones are 37. Keep 2 zeros like this. So it's very easy. We did what we did here. First we multiplied 25 with 37. Then it takes time to multiply both of these, and we got 925. Then we multiplied with 4. We got 3,700. Here also we got the same answer, but this is it takes less time to do. When we multiplied 25 with 4, we got 100. Then multiplying 100 with 37, we got 3,700. That is minus 3,700. Okay. So like this we can multiply any number. You can change the place. Okay. The second one is find 16 into 12. Then how can we write here answer? That is 16 into, we use distributive property here. We use distributive property when that 12 can be written as 10 plus 2. 10 plus 2. Okay, multiply 16 with 10, what we get? 16 ones are 16, keep 0 here. 16 tens are 160 plus 16 twos are, it is 32. Okay, then add both of these. Add 2 plus 0 is 2, 3 plus 6 is 9, then keep 1. It's 192. So this is the easier method. By taking or by doing distributive property, it makes easy. Multiplication is easy. Okay. Then third example. Minus 23 into 48. Okay, how can we write 48? So you can take addition or subtraction because both are true in integers, for integers. Okay, then we can write like this: minus 23 into 48, that is written as minus 23 into 50 minus 2. Subtract 2 from 58, we get 48. Then so minus 23 into 50. So plus into minus is minus into minus is plus, then we get 23 into 2. 23 into 2. Okay, here minus into plus is minus, 0 into 23 is 0, 5 3s are 15, so 5 2s are 10 plus 1 is 11, it's 1150 plus 2 3s are 6, 2 2s are 4, it is plus 46. Subtract 46, take out 46 from this. Okay, 10 minus 6 is 4, we have 4 here because we borrowed there. 4 minus 4 is 0, it's 11, it's minus 1104. Okay, go to third one, that is fourth one. This is making multiplication easier. Then the fourth one is minus 35 into minus 98. Okay, how can we write 98? It can be written as 100 minus 100 minus 2. Okay, the first one is minus 35 and minus 98. Okay, that is equal to minus 35 into minus 100, because we have minus 98 here. Then how can we write this? Minus 100 plus 2. Minus 100 plus 2. Okay. Then take like this: minus 35 into minus 100. This is the distributive property. Minus 100 plus of minus 35 into 2. Okay, that is equal to minus into minus is plus, 35 ones are 35, we get 3500. So put plus here, minus into plus is minus, 35 twos are 70, it's 70, that is equal to 3500 plus into minus is minus, we got 70 there. Then subtract from this, 0 minus 0 is 0, so borrow from here, then it will be 10, 10 minus 7 is 3, this is 4, remaining is 4, then 3, this is 3430. Then the last one is fifth one, that is 52 into minus 8 plus minus 52 into 2. Okay. So minus 52 okay. So answer 52 into minus 2 plus of minus 52 into 2. Here we have 52, okay. In this side we have 52 and here we have minus 52. For in multiplication we can change the sign. Okay, then we can write like this: 52 into minus 8 plus, so this minus is shifted to 2, then we can write like this: 52 into minus 2. Okay, what is common here for both of the numbers? What is common here? 52 is common, then take out the common number, then we get like this: 52 into minus 8 minus 2, minus 8 and minus 2. So, multiplying here only, we can take out the common number and we can write minus 8 minus 2 like this. Then 52, add both of these, minus 8 minus 2, it is minus 10. Here we have multiplication sign. When we take bracket, when we put bracket, it's considered as multiplication. 52 ones are, plus into minus is minus. 52 ones are 52. Then we can write 0 there, or 52 zeros are 0, 52 ones are 52. It's minus 520. So these are the ways how we can make the multiplication easier. Okay, in this class we finish by this. So in the next class we discuss about the division of integers. In this class we learned some properties, and about also we learned about the multiplication, the making of multiplication easier. In the next class we are going to learn the division of integers. Thank you.